Number 10, Genie in a Bottle, Christina Aguilera. On the surface, this classic teen anthem sounds like a sweet, innocent song. The title itself brings to mind a certain animated classic.
Feel like I've been locked up tight for a century of lonely nights.
With lyrics about a young girl longing to be set free, it was easy to imagine the singer as a Disney princess waiting for her Prince Charming. That's why many of us were shocked to learn what the song was really about.
I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way.
It turns out she was singing about sex. Well, less than stellar sex to be precise. Feeling frustrated about the quality of her love life, she's waiting for someone to rub her the right way, literally.
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on and let me out.
Had we known that, it might have made us think twice about blasting it in our parents' cars as they drove us to school. Number 9, I Just Died in Your Arms, Cutting Crew. The 80s were an era of big emotions and even bigger choruses. And they don't get much bigger than this Reagan-era classic. For more than 30 years, this beloved classic has been gracing weddings, karaoke bars, and everywhere in between. But have we been missing the meaning all along? The lyrics about dying in the arms of a loved one certainly sound romantic and epic. It even brings to mind Romeo and Juliet. However, lead singer Nick Van Eede actually wrote the lyrics during sexual intercourse. The title and chorus were inspired by the French phrase La Petite Mort, which translates to the little death, a metaphor for the big O. Well, at least they get credit for being creative with their innuendos. Number 8, Summer of '69, Bryan Adams. There's something magical about those short months between spring and fall. As kids, summers represented freedom. We got to hang out with friends, make memories, and share formative experiences.
I got my first real six-string, bought it at the 5 and dime.
As adults, we often reminisce about these times and consider them the best days of our lives. Perhaps that's why this song connected with so many listeners.
Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you wait forever.
After all, everyone has a summer of '69, an amazing summer filled with memories that make us wish we could turn back time. Except the song isn't about a cherished summer that took place in 1969. It's about summertime sex, and as the singer explains it, the number in the title is a sexual reference. Now, we're guessing this knowledge makes a lot of mixtapes a little less romantic.
Well, the song actually, a lot of people think it's about a year, but actually it's more about making love in the summertime. It's used in '69 as a sexual reference.
Number 7, Locked Out of Heaven, Bruno Mars. If we're being honest, it's probably not as surprising that so many of us miss this one.
Never had much faith in love or miracles.
There's something about Bruno Mars that just feels wholesome. He seems like the kind of guy you would bring home to your parents. Because of that, many of us assumed that the song was a romantic ode to a loved one.
'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven for too long.
We thought that the heaven he was locked out of was a metaphorical paradise just for the two of them. So, needless to say, we were more than a little surprised to learn that the song's meaning was a little more carnal.
'Cause your sex takes me to paradise. Yeah, your sex takes me to paradise.
Number 6, No Diggity, Blackstreet featuring Dr. Dre and Queen Pen. For those who came of age in the 90s, this song brings back fond memories.
Get down, good Lord. Baby got 'em open all over town.
It could be heard at summer parties, barbecues, and its videos seemed to always be on TV. We couldn't resist singing along to it, even if we didn't know what the lyrics were about.
I like the way you work it, no diggity.
We just knew that they sounded cool. Needless to say, many of us did a spit take when we finally learned what the lyrics meant.
Strictly bitch, you don't play around. Cover much grounds, got game by the pound.
Suddenly, lines about getting paid and having game by the pound made sense, and painted many a middle school dance in a whole new light. Number 5, Shut Up and Drive, Rihanna. In hindsight, perhaps we should have seen this one coming.
I've been looking for a driver who is qualified. So if you think that you're the one, step into my ride.
But the thing about being a kid is that we often just take things at face value and accept them. Sure, it seemed a little odd that Rihanna was suddenly a car enthusiast, but we kind of just shrugged our shoulders and sang along.
Can you handle the curves? Can you run on the lights? If you can, maybe more than we can go all night.
It was, after all, another banger from Rihanna, so who were we to complain? But it wasn't too surprising when we finally realized the car talk was just a thinly veiled metaphor.
Baby, you got the keys. Now shut up and drive.
After all, Rihanna has never shied away from injecting sexuality into her songs.
My engine's ready to explode. So start me up and watch me go, go, go.
Number 4, YMCA, Village People. We still find it hard to believe that a song this fun and upbeat could be anything less than wholesome. It's almost impossible to hear it and not sing along or have it stuck in your head all day.
I kind of like this song. You know, the YMCA has terrific facilities.
Not only did it top the charts, but it also took over seemingly every family gathering. Was it even a party if family members didn't sing and dance along to this song?
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
However, little did we know that beneath the surface of this infectious gem, there was a hidden meaning that so many of us missed.
You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel.
The song was actually a celebration of the fact that, to many gay men, the YMCA was a popular destination for sexual rendezvous.
They have everything but your mental joy. You can hang out with all the boys.
Number 3, Whistle, Flow Rida. Let's be honest, this one isn't all that subtle, but even so, many of us missed the song's meaning. It's not that the lyrics went over people's heads, it's just that it doesn't really inspire a lot of analysis.
You just put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby?
Most people just accepted it as silly and sang along. So when we eventually realized that Flo Rida's request to have his whistle blown was a barely disguised euphemism for oral sex, it wasn't exactly shocking.
It's like everywhere I go, my whistle ready to blow. Shawty don't even know she can get in it for the low.
Instead, it was like a light bulb suddenly turned on our heads. And we wondered how we ever missed it. But at least what the song lacks in subtlety, it makes up for in catchiness.
Can you blow my whistle, baby? Whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it and start good stuff.
Number 2, Barbie Girl, Aqua. We can't really be blamed for missing the subtext of this one. Everything from the title to the tone seems to be aimed at young kids.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
The song was a catchy blast of bubblegum pop. That's why so many of us were oblivious of its meaning. Instead, we were too busy singing along to realize how inappropriate it was.
You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Even though the song was named after one of the most iconic children's toys, the lyrics are not for kids. They dealt with sexual themes, and some considered them sexist.
Make me walk, make me talk, do whatever you please. I can act like a star, I can beg on my knees.
Not surprisingly, the song inspired controversy when parents became understandably upset to hear their young daughters singing along. In fact, the song even inspired a lawsuit from Mattel, the manufacturers of the legendary Barbie doll. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Milkshake, Kellis. This beloved classic managed to be silly and sexy.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
2 Become One, Spice Girls. This lovely ballad doesn't shy away from adult themes.
I need some love like I never needed love before. Wanna make love to ya, baby.
Candy Shop, 50 Cent featuring Olivia. This candy shop is not for kids.
Girl, not in your hand. To the candy shop. I let you lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot.
Cake by the Ocean, DNCE, an ode to the kind of dessert that's best enjoyed in the bedroom.
Keep on hoping with the cake by the ocean.
Last Friday night, TGIF, Katy Perry, an unapologetic celebration of having too much fun.
Last Friday night, we went streaking in the park, skinny dipping in the dark, then had a menage a trois.
Number 1, Poker Face, Lady Gaga. Over the years, we've gotten to know more about the enigmatic singer, but at the beginning of her career, she was nothing if not mysterious.
I wanna hold 'em like they do in Texas, please. Fold 'em, let 'em hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. I love it.
Aside from putting out hit after hit, part of her appeal was the mystery around her. Because of that, it made sense that her songs were a bit cryptic. It almost felt like us mere mortals weren't meant to understand the lyrics.
Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face.
So even though most of us knew that this song wasn't really about a card game, its true meaning was lost on many of us.
It's about poker facing with your sexuality.
Much to the surprise of many listeners, she was actually singing about an ex-boyfriend and the fact that every time they had sex, she fantasized about women.
When I was making love to my old boyfriend, I used to think about women sometimes.
Oh, good lord.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.